Hey guys, how are you guys doing? I just want to go ahead and give you an update on the Semi 5 because I know it's been an extremely long time with this and there's not a whole lot of videos out using the zeovit system, so I want to kind of go over, show you what's going on with the tank as far as the updates, as well as the trials I've had to go through with the zeovit system on this tank since the restart. So let's go and see what I got, guys. Alright, so here's a shot of the tank, a wide shot. Oh, sorry about that. Wide shot of the tank. It is a little hazy for a few reasons. One of which is I did just get done doing a 30-gallon water change on the tank. Because as I mentioned in one of the other videos, we just got back in town, so this thing really didn't get its weekly maintenance, and I'm trying not to throw off the maintenance schedule, so I did a larger water change than normal. There's that, and then the lights are also in the acclimation mode for the new corals that were added. But let's go ahead and take a look at the livestock, the equipment, how things are in the sump, and then I will we'll touch on the zeovit system. So as far as livestock goes, you'll see I went ahead and replaced some of the fish. We got the blue throat trigger there in the back. He's very fun to watch. When we first got him, he had only stayed in his cave except to come out to eat until I started adding a few more bigger fish. Then we've got the long-nosed hawk, which he's fun because he pretty much just chills on either that rock or this rock. This is his castle. And then we got our copper band, and I've never had luck keeping these guys. Whenever I've got them, they always had like I guess it's like internal bleeding with the black inside of them. This one has been a perfect specimen, acclimated well. It ate right off the bat. I only get it to eat frozen food, but it will eat both PE mysis as well as the reef frenzy. So as long as it's eating, that's all I care about. And then let's see here. Where are they? They're being shy. They're usually all out here when I'm up on the tank. Well, I guess we'll have to go around to the side. So you'll see there's the hippo tang that was in the old tank. That is the only fish besides one of the clownfish that has made it. When it was in quarantine for ick and all the other diseases, it got banged up pretty bad, so it's healing, but it's definitely doing a lot better in here. And then there is the clownfish that survived the crash, as well as this one I purchased as a snowflake clown, and it's turning black. I'm assuming it's because it hung around that one. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the corals. So obviously I got my scully in here, and it's all puffed up because it just got some food. My scully and this acan are from the old tank. And then went ahead and got a new frog spawn in the tank, as well as a single head of zoa. That's a rasta zoa. I know once it starts to spread out, it'll be amazing. Until then, it's kind of boring. And then just to kind of see where the tank was, I got that acro. It's just a regular green acro, nothing special about it. And then once I realized that one was doing okay early on, I was like, okay, blue acros are hard to get. So I got this blue acro, and it's doing all right. Like, it's growing, it hasn't lost its color. So I was very happy with that. So then I was like, all right, we'll get a bonsai. Same thing with the bonsai. It's purple. You guys really can't see, but it's purple. Its polyps are out. They're bright green. It's healthy. So from there, those corals have all been in here a little while. Anything from 2 months to a couple weeks. I was in Southern California this last weekend and made a stop to Vivid Aquariums, where I picked up a Jedi Mind Trip Manipura, a Red Planet Millie, Mystic Sunset Money, a Strawberry Shortcake, and then a pretty good sized red dragon. Now the red dragon is the only one that didn't like the travel home. I was able to box up my corals and bring them home on the plane while I checked them, and had an extensive layover. I think the temperature swings just kind of got to the red dragon, so I'm hoping I don't lose that upper half and I'll just frag it and replant it, or re-glue it. If not, Vivid will refund my money on that one. So that's all the livestock, guys, at this point. And let's go ahead and talk about the equipment. So first thing is, this is my little computer I used for my Senai. I went on vacations, and with the ups and downs I've had with this tank as far as, I guess, bacterial blooms and algae and just pH swings, I wanted to be alerted if something happened so I could tell my house sitter what to do. So I have that hooked up, and then of course I'm still running the Reef Keeper light. And then in here I've got same setup. Over here on the left is my reef fuel, which is full with 2 liters of reef fuel. That's dosed 3.3 milliliters a day. The probes for the Reef Keeper, my auto top-off pump in the back right, and then the dosing pump for the reef fuel. The skimmer is turned off right now because I just put in some Macrobacter 7, and it does take you're supposed to turn it off for 4 hours. And then my zeovit reactor. Now these 2 pieces of equipment do work well. I did have to modify the zeovit reactor a little bit just to get the tube below the water line. My skimmer, I have decided, is undersized for this system. It's rated for 140 gallons, but with the heavy bio load and running zeovit and having to run it, you know, it's just, I think that's part of the problem I'm running into with the bacterial blooms and some other algae issues. I did go ahead and get a new reactor. It's the BRS mini reactor. Just because all I keep is carbon, and it definitely saves space. I do have a little bit of GFO in there right now as well, just to help strip out some phosphates to kill what algae and cyano I do have in there. And then the auto top off and the CJ pump. So I'm very happy with all this equipment. Nothing to complain about other than I think my skimmer is too small for the system and how I intend on running it. So as I mentioned, I've had some struggles with running zeovit on this tank, as well as just kind of getting everything in balance. The system overall, as far as alkalinity, trace elements, calcium, magnesium, all that is stable. I'm running Kalkwasser. I'm making adjustments weekly whenever I do my testing to adjust for the calcium alkalinity, but overall it's stable. Salinity is stable. Ammonia, nitrite, and nitrate are stable. Nitrate does get up there every now and then, but still nothing above like 3. And phosphate is the only thing that I'm having a hard time. As far as my parameters go, I get it anywhere from 0.03 to 0.05. Now, as I mentioned, the tank is kind of cloudy. That's kind of an ongoing theme for this tank. There's always seems to be a bacterial bloom. I do weekly water changes of 10 or 15 gallons every Saturday, and I have been for the last 6 to 8 weeks, just to help alleviate that. And it's good for a couple days, and then after 3 or 4 days, boom, big brown cloud. Everything looks browned out. It's disgusting. There's algae on my rocks. Cyano starts to appear in the sand bed and some of the rocks. So I did some more research and turned down my carbon dosing. Slowed down the flow through my zeovit reactor, and I've made sure just to kind of keep up with my bacterial dosing, and I'm told over time that will fix it, because I was dosing too much carbon, which was basically causing the bacteria to go haywire, especially because there wasn't enough nutrients in the system, I guess is my understanding. I'm still trying to figure it out. I want to run zeovit. I am very happy with what I hear, and on the last tank, if I didn't screw it up by running GFO, it was working. So I don't know what's going on with this tank. It's just taking a little bit longer than what I anticipate. It's definitely a high maintenance system, but I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna try and get as much of everything as I can automated. The Macrobacter 7, the refuel's already automated. And then I'm just gonna, hopefully that consistency will make it more stable, and then I'll just keep up with the weekly water changes. As I mentioned, I did a 30-gallon water change today because it's basically got to make up for a week and a half to get back on its original schedule. I will keep giving you guys updates because obviously, with the exception of the red dragon, the corals are healthy, the fish are healthy. It's just the algae, which is like, it's like dying. Like, look at it. it's like dead algae. It's just there. So I might need to get some more cleanup crew. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So I'll figure it out. Get this system stable. Just keep working on it. Because I'm excited about it. Like, the corals are looking good. The corals are looking good. I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions on this, what I need to do, because I like, even look at the rock compared to the rock on the other tank, which they've both been running at the same time. This rock still looks dead. It still looks like dry rock with algae on it. It doesn't look like reef rock like the other tank. No coral line showing up, like no nothing. So I need some help, guys. I'm gonna stick with the zeovit system. I'm gonna stick with what's going on. Let me know what you guys recommend or what's going on. I need help. But anyhow, I'll work on also getting you guys more updates on the tank. Sorry it took so long. I've just been a little busy. Anyhow, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.